are you involved with the film?
I'm invited as an artist. I'm a recording artist. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm very excited to watch it today. I believe in power storytelling. Everything that I do as an artist is about telling stories, inspiring stories, stories that make you feel better and be a better person. So this is one of the stories that has to be told, and I'm very excited to support it.
Oh, that's wonderful. And where can people find more information about you?
I'm pretty active on social media, so Instagram, where you can find Alya's artist, or TikTok, or YouTube videos. I do a lot of fun videos to support my music, and obviously on all streaming platforms. My new single, Crazy Remixes, is out right now. It's doing really well. It's topping dance charts on iTunes, so very exciting.
That's great. And let's get the correct spelling of your name for the audience.
Alya.
Alexander, so what does it mean for you to be here tonight?
I'm really excited to be here. I'm really looking forward to seeing this masterpiece of a documentary, and I can't wait. I'm here to support, and I can't wait. I'm really excited.
That's wonderful. And what are the current things that you're working on right now, and where can people find you?
Pardon? I can't.
What are the current things that you're working on right now, and where can people find you?
Oh, I'm a musical artist, so I have an album releasing on February 29th called Call Me Alexander. If you guys love The Weeknd, Dua Lipa, anything synth-pop 80s genre, I'm definitely in that genre, and that's definitely what the album's in. And I have a performance coming up on the February 25th at the Moroccan Lounge in Los Angeles. That will be 4 days in advance. Everyone will be able to get to hear the album in concert live, and so I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys want to purchase tickets, they're $10 and $15 at the door, and at moroccanlounge.com. So, yeah. And people can find me on all social media platforms at I am Adria Rodriguez, and all music platforms at Alexander James Rodriguez. Rodriguez spelled Rodriguez.
Yes, absolutely. Actress. I'm also a TV host, a red carpet host. I'm originally from Croatia, and I lived in Serbia most of my life, and then in New York, and then here. So here I am in LA now. And also, I was invited to the event, and I can absolutely. I'm so happy to be here. It's such an important cause. My country also went through the war, former Yugoslavia, so I experienced that, like hiding in the basement, being bombed. So it's very tough, and it's important to acknowledge this and share with a wider audience. So I'm really thrilled to be here tonight to support that.
So important. Thank you for sharing your story. That's great. And where can people find you on social media?
Absolutely. There will be Instagram, Anna Lawson Art. That is my Instagram. I also have YouTube, but Instagram is the best to find me. Instagram. Thank you.
How did you guys get involved with this movie? What does it mean to you to be here?
It means a lot because it's such an inspiration from people, and we want to share and spread also the word that Albania during Holocaust was the only country that the Jewish population went up because we gave them the best and we never betrayed them.
Which Besa is an ancient code, Albanian one code that means the promise. And yes, we are very connected to that.
So,
of that, our history.
Sorry. So how do you guys stay in touch with the community now, besides supporting this movie? What are the messages that you guys want to tell people watching this video right now at home?
Be strong and fearless. Look what people had to go through. So think
never forget.
Yeah.
And never forget. And always remember the history and the story, and always to remember that strength is and love the biggest superpower.
Christian, so how do you feel to be here tonight supporting this? How did you get involved with this?
I was so blessed to get invited. It's such a beautiful thing. I'm Israeli Latino, so when it's something about the Jewish community, I'm always there to support. So it's such a big deal being here, especially about these women's stories be heard. I have a platform with a couple million followers, so anything that I could spread awareness is something beautiful that I will always support.
That sounds wonderful. And what do you work with, and where can people find you?
Yes, people can find me on all my platforms at Christian Garcia. I do motivational content as a Latino Israeli. I love supporting my both communities. They're both really strong, different communities, but it's so beautiful.
Tell me what made you interested in working with this film, and what does it mean to you?
That's a great question. What made me interested in the film is recognizing that what we're going through right now with anti-Semitism, racism, and such enormous violence against women and children is something that had happened in the past when we allowed evil to take over and rule. And this film reminds us that history tends to repeat itself, and we have to be aware. But more than that, we all have to come together and be a part of a solution to stand up against anti-Semitism, to stand up against racism, and particularly also against violence against women and children. I mean, right now, sex trafficking is a $300 billion business. Girls are walking underage on Figueroa Street every night by the hundreds. 120,000 girls, foster girls predominantly, were shipped to the Super Bowl for the weekend and sold, and they're all colored. That's modern day slavery. And all of it is below the tipping point of humanity, just like this film tells us. It is below the tipping point of humanity. And I wanted to support the film because when I saw it, I thought this was a statement. This was something that is so important, you know, and therefore it's something that must be focused on. And I look at myself and Tiffany, who's one of my best friends, and other people as gatekeepers for the future of our world. And if we fail our fiduciary responsibility as gatekeepers, then we have failed our children, we have failed the world. So that's why.
I think that's wonderful, and I think right now it's brave and it's important to speak out and to do these things. I think it's very, very important.
Yeah, I mean, one line that was so important in the film was when the film stated, it's not in exactly the same words, but the film stated that you can lose everything. You can lose your home, you can lose your dignity, you can lose everything, but you never must lose your voice, because your voice has to stand up, and we have to be courageous.
So you're actress?
Yes, I am an actress and TV personality. Yes.
And I'm a comedian and a producer.
Great. We need comedy, but today is a very serious event, obviously, and I'm really glad that you guys came to support. And I know we haven't seen the film yet, but I think this is amazing that they've done a film like this.
Yeah, we love to support Daphne, and so we volunteered with her in the past, and so we love to come and support. So that's why we want to definitely see the film.
Yes, anything that she does, we're going to be involved in it. Yes, and especially it's all about women, girls, you know. So we have to support. Yes, 999.
Yeah, we have to protect our women.
Yes, nobody gets left behind. They shouldn't. Yes.
So important, especially right now. So again, tell us about your projects that you're working on right now that you're able to talk about.
Okay, well, Marry Millions Season 3, I'm not able to talk about because we're still in production now. And as far as my other production, I'm doing, it's The Better Switch in the Game. That's one of my shows, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on, the name, bitch. And also I'm doing Gold Queens. That's another one. It's another reality show that I'm doing, yes.
And any projects you're able to talk about right now?
Absolutely. You can catch me on episode 6 of season 6 for The Neighborhood, as well as I produce Rock the Mic Live, produce and host a monthly comedy show, Rock the Mic Live.
Where is it at?
In North Hollywood. Shout out to the Chateau, Comedy Chateau.
I got to come see it. I'm near there. That's great.
We would love to have you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Where can we find you on social media?
Rocky the Comic.
At DESIRYHALL, all of my handles, yes.
With Eden Albert at this amazing premiere for 999, The Forgotten Girls. How are you feeling about being here, Eden?
I'm very excited to be here and to support this and to learn more about it. You know, I can always learn more, we can always learn more, and seeing this on a big screen is super important, and I'd like to get the message out there more to more people.
Well, I think it's very important that you're here supporting as well. And can you tell us a little bit about Vibrato Grill? How's that going, and how can people find out about it?
So I own Vibrato Grill Jazz with my father, Herb Alpert, and we are incredibly lucky and blessed to be so busy and sold out every night. It's crazy right now. Tonight we're sold out. Live music every night, a different band every night. And you could go to vibratogrilljazz.com and look up who's performing and what's going on every week, up to 6 weeks in advance. And you can book on resi.com.
Well, thank you so much. And where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram under Eden Alpert. You can find me on Facebook under Eden Alpert. You can find me on LinkedIn on Eden Alpert and Twitter under Eden Alpert. Or if you're more interested in Vibrato Grill Jazz, you can just go to Vibrato. We're on all platforms. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time.
So much. Thank you.
How are you connected to this project, and what does it mean for you to be here?
It's just a very important subject matter to me, to be honest, and I'm really excited to watch this and see the book be brought to life.
And are you an actress as well?
I'm an actress and a producer. I have a production company called Dems Entertainment, and I just made a film called Sissy that premiered at South by Southwest in 2022. Yeah.
That's awesome. And where can people find you and know more about your project? Where we look for you?
IMDb.
Okay, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this evening and supporting this cause.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
How did you guys get involved with this movie, this project, and what does it mean to you?
Well, Jane goes farther back than I do. Heather's an old friend. Heather is an old friend of mine too, but not quite as far back. And we just know her work. And when she started working on this, we asked her to make sure that she got some video and recorded this, not only for posterity, but perhaps with the idea of a film later on, and that's where we ended up.
What does this project mean to you? How did you get involved with this?
Well, as a female and someone with family members from very close to where these girls were born in eastern Slovakia, it means a lot to me. I mean, family members who were in the war, in the camps, in Auschwitz, and many of their stories were forgotten for 7-8 decades. So it was really important for me to make sure that the story got told and that these women were, remembered and not forgotten. They were very soft-spoken about it afterward the war. They didn't want to talk about it, and it doesn't make their experience any less important. So I think from a female perspective, it was, something that really needed to be told.
Well, it means a lot to the audience. Is any other thing that people can do to start supporting more the community? I know that we live in tumultuous times with regarding how people have been treated in this community. So what are your tips for dealing with whatever's happening right now?
Well, it's really important for people to stay involved and know what's going on and to not jump to conclusions and to look at history and make sure that we're not, repeating history. And I think really just staying involved and paying attention, because that's what happens when you don't pay attention, is what happened in this film.
Heather, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight. How does it feel to be producing this movie and directing this movie?
Yeah, well, this is my first film, so this is, I'm shaking. I'm so excited and nervous, and it's exhilarating and wonderful to see such a wonderful reception for the girls, these teenage girls that were in Auschwitz on the first transport.
So was a particular reason why they were chosen in that age group? Does it have to do, because I haven't seen the movie, it has to do with like fertility testing and horrible things that they're planning ahead?
Well, we answer that question in the film, so I want people to watch the film to find out the answer. But, I think a lot of times what we find, and we're seeing today, young women are often the targets in war. And we are just the first on the front line. And if you really want to hurt people, you hurt their daughters.
That's true. What's your message for everybody that's watching this movie now, and for the community? How passionate you are about it, and how would you like people to know more about it?
I just, the thing I love about this film and the story is how these young women, despite such horrible adversity and abuse, helped each other. They did what they could, and it's a domino effect that random kindness. One act of kindness could save a life, and that girl could save another life, and that girl could save another life. And so the women who survive help each other. And obviously not everybody can survive, but it is that love and sisterhood that allows us to be able to tell this story today.
So you're invited to this, very heartfelt film. I know we haven't seen it yet, but how do you feel about just being here to begin with?
I truly believe that people who have the ability to spread the word about a film as important as this should do so. They should be able to use every ounce, every tool they have, every amount of influence, every amount of notoriety to talk about this, have the conversation.
Yeah, I think it's so important, and I think it takes a lot of courage. So, a lot of courage for all of them to do this, and I'm really happy, and it'll be interesting to see how we all feel about it once we see it. So tell me, do you have any projects you're able to talk about with me right now? I know sometimes you can't, but are there any you're able to?
Well, we've got a couple in the boiling pot that hopefully will come to fruition within the next couple of months. Then I'll be able to talk about it at the next interview. How's that?
And are you still on the board, or are you with the TV Academy?
Yes, I am.
So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, as much, I am on the board of directors of the Television Academy, and I represent the performers group. I'm one of two governors. Kate Linder is my other governor. And we listen to what pops up through the performers, and we do our best to influence change.
I love that. So where can people find you on social media?
The Kim Estes, I think Instagram, and at Kim Estes on Twitter. But if you Google me, you'll find me. I'll be there.
Thanks so much for taking the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate you.
Logan, so how do you feel about supporting this movie here tonight? It's a serious topic. How do you feel?
I really want people to, or what I at least want to take away from this film is the fact that we should be grateful for what we have in our lives, because I'm sure once you see this film, you're going to see how girls and a lot of other people just got their lives stripped and taken from them. So that's what I'm hoping the audience today can reach. That's what I'm hoping I can reach. So, yeah.
That's a beautiful message. And tell me a little bit about what you're working on, what kind of line of art that you do. You have a cool vibe.
A what?
Cool vibe.
Thank you. I have a new single called You and I that just dropped. It's on all platforms. I have a film called Trust and Love that's dropping sometime in the summer. And I have a film that just came out on BET called Stay Out. So, yeah.
The new film that that's going to drop off, is it on Netflix, or where can people find it?
I have no clue what it's going to be on. Honestly, when I'm done doing a film, I kind of just leave it in the past because I don't get paid to keep up with it. So, yeah.
I love that. That's the way to go. But you know what? That's so cool, and we wish you good luck in your endeavors. And thank you so much for this great interview.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Paris, why you're here supporting this beautiful event? How do you feel to be here tonight?
I feel very great being here. I think it's such an important thing for people to acknowledge and take notice of, and I definitely didn't know anything about it until, I'm always wanting to grow and be a sponge and learn more. So the fact that this is being brought to light is super important, and the not forgotten girls.
That's great. And tell me a little bit about yourself. What are the projects that you're working on, and where can people find you?
You can find me at Paris Bravo Official on Instagram. You can stay updated with my life on there as well. I'm working on a couple of things to do with stunts as well as just drama acting. Very excited. I'm also doing a podcast / voiceover type of story thing that's coming out here soon with Jax Malcolm. And then I'm just you can see everything on my Instagram. You can stay updated, look at me on IMDb and all that. And I just feel very grateful right now for all the things that are happening. I was just crying that nothing was happening, but now it's just everything's growing, and all the time and patience was worth it.
That's wonderful. And your name is Paris. Is Paris your favorite city in the world?
I haven't been. I want to go very bad. If anybody wants to take me or go fund me to Paris, I'm just kidding. But
that's funny.
I've never been. I think it's so beautiful, and I cry every time I go to Vegas and see the fake one. So I just imagine what's gonna happen when I see the real Eiffel Tower.
Let's do it.
Please.
Go. You have to go. Oh, I go.
We're going.
Richard, what are you? How do you feel about being here tonight, watching this movie? It's a serious topic. What brings you here?
I feel really appreciative to be here tonight, surrounded by a bunch of just very ambitious, wonderful people. I know it's a story that there's a lot of truth, and I'm looking to see their perspective on and where the story is from these guys' interpretation. I know they worked very hard to get to this point, and it's a celebration for the effort that they put in. And it's amazing to be surrounded by so many amazing, ambitious, wonderful people. And I'm looking forward to check out the film tonight.
That's beautiful. Tell me a little bit more about what you're working on currently and where can people find you?
So currently I'm working on my next feature film. It's my 4th feature film. It's called Remington. We should start pre-production in a couple of months. I'm really excited about it. You can check out my latest film that's out and released. It's Art of Deception, and my other films as well. You can check those out. All on my website, oxfilms.us. You can go to that website to see all my projects. And I actually just played JFK on a film called Mafia Spies. It's a television series. It was pre-president, but it was cool. It was an honor to play a past president and an amazing person, a part of world history, right?
That's awesome. How did you nail the accent? JFK is very specific.
Yeah, he's very specific. I love the Bostonian accent. Just listening over and over and over to his speeches and all his mannerisms. And I know throughout his life, he lost a little bit of the accent, but just hone in on that, the very specifics of the world of JFK and the project. It's a beautiful thing, and that's one of the amazing things, one of the many amazing film things about being an actor and a part of the business is you get to research and go into depths, a lot of different lifestyles, and be surrounded by a bunch of different personalities and experience such amazing things.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for this interview. That's so cool that you're working those projects, and thank you for support the community.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thank you very much.